Welcome back. This show is brought to you by AMP token. If you lived in a cage and you don't know what amptoken.org is, then you better go now and buy the deep, because we're going to the moon. $1. More information to amptoken.org. Let's take the money into the 21st century. Now you can buy AMP token for 50.00, so it's very cheap. Okay, welcome to the show. 3D printed fake meat. That was interesting. A steak made from plants. Look at that. See how he's printing it? Israeli film from Israel company. They hope to bring to the world fake meat. So you're not gonna eat meat from a cadaver, you're gonna eat meat grown in a printer. AMP token is now 0.567.
The different components that make those beautiful cuts and try to figure out which are the key components that we need to mimic in order to achieve those beautiful cuts of meat. We identified three main components: the muscle, the blood, and the fat. These are the components that we need to mimic in order to reach the perfect, beautiful steak.
Let's see the chef. Look at that beautiful cut.
But only one is a piece of real meat. The one on the plate to the right is imitation meat.
Oh, look at that. This is a normal piece of meat. You will hardly believe this is vegetarian. This is not vegetarian. The texture is almost the same like meat from a cadaver.
The taste is another matter. More on that later. It's the creation of biomedical engineering.
This is the creator. Look at him. Yes. He's gonna create right now a piece of meat for everyone. Look at that. Many alternatives are on the market, but they imitate the process, such as hamburger, meatballs, and sausages. But we never had a texture of pork, a cadaver texture of pork. Never had that before.
It takes 20 to 40 minutes to print up one steak.
In 20 minutes, you program the steak and you print it.
For printing layers of meat from animal stem cells.
This is what I'm looking for stem cells, so I can grow the meat directly in a refrigerator. Right now the price of AMP token is 0.569. We're pumping a little bit with a volume of 31 million. A new species of dinosaur was discovered by a doctor, a retired doctor.
Unusually large nose has been identified.
A big nose dinosaur.
The bones were uncovered more than 40 years ago in the Isle of Wight. They've been in storage until Dr. Jeremy Lockwood decided to reconstruct the skull of the animal and realised they belonged to an undiscovered species.
Dr. Snout. And here we have vertebra or backbone of...
Its remains had spent 40 years in old boxes until Jeremy Lockwood, a retired GP, went through them.
Shit.
I thought, goodness me, this has got a...
He had nothing better to do at home. Instead of buying AMP, trading stocks, make some money, the pump is coming. I want you to keep an eye. I mean, if you don't want to buy AMP, this show is sponsored by AMP. I'm holding AMP, so that's a disclaimer. But I want you to keep an eye on this one. SuperFarm. This is in gaming. It's a little bit risky, but if you look at the chart here, they had the ICO in March. So they went up, and then boom down, and now they are on the way up again. Okay? So this one is something risky, but it's something that can go 5x, 10x. SuperFarm. Take a look at the charts, okay? So let me show you, let's go on all the chart so we can see when we actually started. We started at $1.22, okay? Then it pumped to 4.75. So we're looking to double the money, right? Then normally after the ICO, you wait for the dip, because if you buy, the idea is to buy low and sell high. That's the whole scam with this crypto right now until the regulations are coming. But the regulations are gonna take forever because the government takes forever to regulate this market. So until then, it's just pumpers on the internet, and you just get into the game, and if you know how to play the game, if you do your research. So keep an eye on this one and let me know how it does. So we went from $1 and 2, then it pumped to 4, people doubled their money, then they start selling, and it dropped all the way to 31 cents. And now we are sitting at $1.68. So it just pumped. This is the 12 months that you're looking at 1 year right now. Okay. So now let's take a look at the last month. So you see here we had just on a 28 last month, we had it sitting at $1.15 and what now is $1.68, and it reached a top at $2 and it dropped again. So people cashing in. So this is on the rise. This is a good, I give you some other cryptos. This is risky, so keep that in mind. Seems like we have an immigrant operation here at the border of Belarus. So never forget, if you take your profits from crypto, be a good person and donate to the poor or something like that. Okay? Don't be greedy and buy Lambos and shit like that. It's not right, man.
Colluding with Minsk to manufacture a border crisis.
So yeah, this is
opinion is that it is very shameful for our European friends to raise issues like this because they expose their double standards. And
I don't understand why they couldn't be united, you know, to unite with Russia and the entire Europe, man, and then print meat. Just print a lot of fucking meat, man. I like meat. Now AMP token is at, let's see if we're going up or down. Oh, we're pumping 57.17. Look at this, we're pumping a little bit. We're going up a little bit.
Behind a
Look at this shit. So you see how many people, they're sitting there, they're making a fire in the woods.
Men, women and children are camped out.
Dude, so you have to be thankful for that you got blessed, that you are so fucking smart and you had the balls to open the app and buy crypto and be in crypto and shit like that. I mean, bro, you're lucky. Look at these people. This one, they have jobs, they don't give a shit about nobody.
Instrumentalization of migrants will not succeed.
Steve Bannon, man, what the fuck do I care about this shit? But look how this guy got expensive car. He's now accused by the Congress for fucking who knows what. But he drives expensive vehicles. He's probably got a lot of Bitcoin, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon got fucking Ethereum and shit. KJ is she's in Los Angeles right now. She's gonna tell us Brinney Spears.
Let me tell you, this is her direct quote on Twitter. Good God, I love my fans so much it's crazy. I think I'm gonna cry the rest of the day. Best day
Go Brinney, go Brinney. Free Brinney, free. Look man, poor woman. Does she have some crypto? This show is brought to you by AMP token, but I want to give you another crypto that I think is gonna pump like a mother effer. This one, ATARI. If you didn't hear about ATARI, I'm older, I know. I'm 43 years old. When I was a kid, I wish I had an ATARI PlayStation, you know, to play ping pong, something like that. But they have intellectual rights for a bunch of freaking games still. And ATARI is a known company, right? So now we're looking at the charts here for ATARI. As you know, the metaverse is on the rise. So we started with ATARI. Let's go to look at the whole chart. So look at this. Look at where we started. So we had an ICO for almost 10 cents. Okay, 009. Now we're standing at 12. So we are almost at the price of the ICO. And the gaming crypto is pumping. It's pumping. Okay, you can see here at the end that it's pumping. So we started at 10 cents. Look at this, 13 cents. And then we pumped 42 cents, 41 cents, and all-time high 80 cents. So we went from 10 cents to 80 cents. So that's 8x. And now we are standing at 3x. So which one do you think is gonna be? Is gonna be lower? So we go 3x, 8x, 3x. And now we are back on the rise with the metaverse and the gaming thing. And this is ATARI. This is a known company. I got some ATARI, but I only have 20 bucks. My majority of stake, I'm YOLO'd in AMP. YOLO. YOLO means you only live once, so fuck it. Yeah, this is AMP. So we are standing here now at 0057. Okay, we had a little retraction and we're pumping again. Let's see what the boys on the forum they say. 57.1 right now. And we have a comment from Mongo the Beast. 42 billion in circulation. 69% of AMP is staked. So you can stake this shit. I didn't stake it yet. Well, I might stake it. If it pumps, I'm gonna stake it. 15 billion is quite small when we're talking about the whole countries adopting Walmart. 100 million transactions per hour. Amazon, a shitload more. With Flexa is the one who invented AMP with Tyler Spalding. When Flexa is adopted, 100 billion circulating supply that will be available in 2045 will seem tiny with inflation and trillions in transactions. Look at sheep, tired of hearing about too many tokens. When you realize the big picture, you will see, I feel everyone is, man, there are cryptos and cryptos. If you want to buy Shiba Inu, buy Shiba Inu. I mean, I would buy Shiba Inu. I had Shiba Inu and I didn't fucking hold it. I should have held it, but I thought it's a piece of shit, so I sold it. And that was a mistake. I could have been a millionaire right now with Shiba Inu, but I didn't hold it. I held it, I think, for 3 days, and then I sold it because AMP is a much better quality token. I mean, I was looking for something more stable, and I swear to God, this AMP token is like a stable coin. That's how I see it. MMCRYPTO in the house. If you don't know MMCRYPTO,
today for the Bitcoin, but specifically for the altcoin prices. Today for the Bitcoin, but specifically for the altcoin prices.
He's a millionaire.
People have been asking me for
tens of millions he's got right now. So he's trading.
I will go into my top 3 altcoins I started.
Altcoins.
Altcoin market capitalization. Obviously, guys, remember, most of my portfolio I'm holding in Bitcoin. However, I do understand that the most famous patterns is here evolving. You can either call it a W pattern or a cup and handle. Let's call it, for the sake of beauty here, cup and handle pattern. It's much more cup and handle pattern. We have a big cup.
Okay, cup and then it goes up.
Now. On a macro perspective, after we broke it, and ladies and gentlemen, let me show you this before I go into my top 3 altcoins. After we broke it, Bitcoin did nothing but just breaking out, confirming down.
You gotta listen to the specialist, bro. Look, he's got the NFT on the wall. I would never buy that picture, bro. I would never buy that. I mean, I had hard times buying crypto. Now you asking me to buy picture with JPEGs? I can't do that, bro.
Bought another one after that.
Elrond 306. He's got Elrond. I don't know about Elrond, man, but it might go to 1,000.
One of my biggest holdings in my altcoin portfolio. It is number 37 on CoinMarketCap. It has $6 billion market cap. And I want to show you something. Let's go over here. And you can see Solana has a $67 billion market cap.
Solana is pretty good because Solana goes with gaming. Man, there's so much shit going on right now. You don't know what to pick. I'm telling you. I also listen to Paul Barron. This is a very nice guy. I subscribe to his, how you call this? His club. He's got a club right here. Join the Diamond Circle. All you have to do is just put an email on his website and he's gonna fucking spam you a little bit. But he's a nice guy. And every time this guy pumps, a little bit, like a token and stuff like that, it's gonna pump after the show like sometimes 100%. So you can double your money after this guy puts the show on. It's unbelievable.
Have an idea for us to track in terms of one of those DJ the next.
So let's see, he is pumping right now.
And I kind of like what the writer was really going.
AVAX, FTM, and Luna. Let's take a look. Avalanche is standing right now at $88. Dude, I was afraid to buy Avalanche when it was half of this, $42, which is just now. Look, 64, 57, we're talking about 30 days ago. 30 days, double the money. 30 days, it's unbelievable. This is just the beginning of the altcoin pumps. We are mimicking the 2017. That's what some are saying, and if that's true, we're looking here at gains 10x, 15x, sometimes 100x. And I'm not even joking. Honestly, I don't think AVAX is a good idea. Now we have the chart for Phantom. I mean, look how much this one pumped. We had 0.022, so fucking 2 cents, from 2 cents to $3.4. That's insane. And you want to buy now? I don't know, man. Phantom. I don't think these are coins that are already pumped. I mean, you're looking at the beginning and you're looking at the end, and there is no fuck. If it dumps and you put your money into this and the crypto winter comes, you're gonna have to wait, man, for years to get your money back. The last one that he's talking about is Terra Luna, which it happens that I like Terra Luna, but we have the same statistics here, man. In the past 90 days, it didn't pump that much. From 22, well, in the past 90 days, you would have doubled your money again in Terra Luna. So Terra Luna might pump, but it's already pumped. I see it already pumped. What if you drop? This is Terra Luna, 49.41, okay? What if you drop from here somewhere here? Or I would say that you could drop with Terra Luna to 17 again, you know? And from 5 cents, 3 cents to $17, a lot of people are gonna take profits and you're gonna get wrecked. So I don't know about these three. I don't know about these three. It's not like ATARI. You've seen ATARI. We start high and then we go low and now we're on the rise. That's different, but it's a very risky one, ATARI. Who runs ATARI? Someone's gonna buy that company. This is ATARI token. Take a look here. See the logo ATARI only, that's worth I don't know how much. So ATARI token is the ERC token, Ethereum based token, yeah? The official contract, here you go. This is the white paper. It's kind of like Bitcoin, you know? Vision, let me see what vision they have. Oh, vision, just go ahead and read the white paper and see their vision. But ATARI, it's a different story, okay? Let me, where is ATARI? 12 cents, 12. I was looking to buy at 16. I wanted to buy here at 40. Ooh, and now it's 12. So, man, it's good that I didn't buy, right? Right? Because if you buy at the top, you're fucking screwed. So, here we are. In the past 30 days, we're pumping. 0.04 to 14 cents. That's what I'm looking for AMP, okay? Look, so now it's 12 cents. And we used to be 0.06. So this is exactly like the chart of AMP. Look, it pumped to 8. Now it's stabilized. Man, and when it pumped, look, it went down to 56. 0.056, exactly like AMP. And then when you pump, you pump. So you don't want to lose this pump. That's the thing. It happens fast. Let me see, how many days did it take? 211, 311. and then he pumped even more. You see how he pumps, and then he drops to the half again, and then he pumps again. I mean, dude, this is what happened to ATARI. So maybe you buy too high, maybe it's gonna go down again to, you know, like AMP 0056, like half. You can lose half of your money. But what if it keeps pumping? This ATARI gaming, now gaming and the metaverse.
After the apples are hand-picked, they're washed and sorted for pressing.
Wow, look how they make the apple juice.
Once it's bottled, it will have an alcohol.
And store selling.
In Netherlands, they are doing lockdown again, dude. When is this lockdown gonna finish? When you gonna get, you only stay in a house and be trading crypto? That's all you do all day long? There is a climate change problem, so you can't ignore this on the news. When they keep saying climate change, you gotta look for solar companies, you gotta look for battery companies, you gotta look for minerals. So it's a lot of shit that you can get into this market. Just because it's nothing you do anyway. It's the lockdown, you're in a house, you don't want to go get coronavirus, get this Delta and stuff like that. What you gonna do? Stay in a house, look at the commodities, look at this, look at that, and see what's up. You know, look at gold. Do you want to buy gold? I don't know, man. I think Bitcoin is replacing gold, but for now, I think we're gonna have this pump until December, and from December, on Christmas, you're gonna get wrecked. If you hold crypto after December, I don't know, man. You're gonna get wrecked, and then we're gonna go back up. That's my opinion. I think March, June, July next year is gonna be pumping, but it's gonna be Christmas, because I'm telling you why, man. It's a scam. So all the banks, they're gonna get in. They're gonna get the crypto. Everybody's gonna get super excited. Bitcoin is gonna go to $150,000, $175,000. Excited. Wow, gotta have this. And then they take the profits and they wreck everybody else. That's what's happening in the stock market. So the crypto market, because they couldn't get in that fast, like Michael Saylor, so they're gonna get in a little bit later to pump everything up and then wreck everybody else. Retailers like you and me. So be careful, don't get wrecked. Let me give you a good stock too. Nikola. I know you're surprised. Trevor Milton, man, this guy. So what happened, this guy scammed everybody for about $45 billion. He just pushed a truck over the hill and he pretended that he's got everything working and the engine and everything, and it was a scam. And then people that were working in there, they reported that he scammed the people. So this is the guy, okay? Now what happened with this company, we're gonna move on. You know the story if you wanna find out more about the story. I call this a scam. I have the YouTube comment when he did the merger, because he brought the company through a merge. So now we are standing here, we're just talking about the money. We don't care about Trevor Milton and his story. If you want to get into the stock market, I think Nikola, it's a good stock to buy right now. So we started with the IPO of 16, we pumped all the way to $23, okay? This is not like the crypto market, this is more stable, all right? After the scam, the stock got dumped to, okay, hold on a second, because I'm lying here. We went all the way up to $64, sorry about that. The ICO was the IPO was $10. So you have now the chance to get in at $13. So this is a good deal for Nikola, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look at this chart. Look what you're getting in. This is gonna pump back to $64. This guy is not, it's part of the company, but he was indicted and he's gonna go to jail. So this guy, now the company was taken by this guy, Nikola CEO Mark Russell, okay? And this is the guy.
Because since we formed this joint venture with Iveco in September of 2019, we've been looking forward to this day.
And this is the man who has steered the project onto the road to success. in just 18 months. Garrett Marks, the CEO.
Because what's happening, the money disappeared. I mean, they disappeared from your pockets, from all the people that bought Nikola right here at the top. And now they just, if they held the stock, a lot of pension funds. So the pensioners, they have the money into this. The hedge funds. So yeah, this is a good company. It was taken over by these guys. And now it's a European freaking, let me see.
An exciting time in our life was when we announced the NKLA staying out. That we're going to transform this industry. We're doing this because it's the right thing to do. And when you focus on doing the right thing, whatever happens, you're going to get to the end. You know, you're going to make it.
But it took a lot of staying power. Garrett Marks set up a joint venture with then Nikola chief Trevor Milton in late 2019.
This guy.
In our life was when we announced the NKLA joint venture. This was a big time.
So now it's a European company, it's not American anymore, basically.
We had a lot of technology. We had a lot of prototypes done.
Look at this liar.
Help us actually manufacture with.
Let me show you on CNBC when I called him a liar. This is it. This is 1 year ago. You can look at this video. Shut the fuck up. You can look at this video. All right. ValueAct CEO. This is the next $100 billion company. This is March 4, 2020. This is when he came on TV and he said that he's got all the components. He's making a truck with like an Android phone. You know, he puts the shit together. With this guy looks like that guy from Game of Thrones. You just have to give him the armor suit and the fucking sword. This guy. So he got scammed. I mean, he didn't got scammed. He became rich probably. He sold at the top.
In a way, which is his trucks on order.
The fact that he knows he's got a user of that energy.
Right. So we've got this uncapped return, but he's de-risked it because of the business model that he came up with.
So what was the key advance here that you feel you've made? I would assume it has to do with the fuel cells themselves.
No, it's actually the chicken and the egg. It's very similar to Amazon. The reason why Amazon's been so successful around the world is that they cover not just the goods sold on.
He thinks he's Amazon.
The logistics behind it, the vertical integration.
So that was 1 year ago, okay? And then he got fucked up. It was just a bunch of fucking lies. But now the company is taken by Europeans, and I think it's gonna pump. So if you buy now at 13, if it goes back to $60, here you go, you got a stock. AMP token is sitting now at 57.05. So seems like we're trending down. Another crypto token that I want you to take a look at is MetaWars. So this is an interesting chart. We are sitting at 35 cents right now. And yep, I mean, they didn't sell at the top. You know, some people got wrecked here. They're still waiting. So we're waiting for the next pump. Okay, this is one of those tokens. It's a Binance token. So this is pretty risky. It's a very risky token, but you can have a very high return. MetaWars. Keep an eye also on Immutable X. This has got big players. Big players. I'm not gonna get into details. This is about making money. This is not about details on the fucking crypto. Immutable X. I got a tip to get in at $4 just a couple of days ago, and I couldn't get in because I'm stuck with AMP. But Immutable X is something that it might pump. We had an all-time high. It went all the way to $8, and I was looking. I said, man, why I didn't get in at $4? And in a couple of days, I just make $8, sell the top, and double the money in just freaking 12, 13 on the 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Double the money. Immutable X. Another YouTube channel that I want you to pay attention to is KITCO News. This guy is the smart guy, okay? KITCO News. Just go and search for this guy, and you can get this is good freaking.
The CPI reading came out today on Wednesday, and inflation is now at the highest level in 30 years. Headline inflation came in at 6.2% on an annualized basis, and that's the highest reading since December 1990. Core inflation, 4.6%, highest since 1991.
The inflation is growing right now at 5% a month. So every month that goes on, the real inflation, when you go to buy groceries, coffee, and bullshit like that, is gonna go to the moon. So you're gonna wake up one day and say, what the fuck? The tomatoes are double the price. What happened? And the rich that just get into the crypto game and they play the game and they buy AMP, for example, they buy it right here at the bottom at 0057, and then it goes and it pumps to $1, all right? And then they sell the top. They don't care the tomatoes are double the price. They got a bunch of money. But the poor people that they didn't get into the game, they say, crypto, what the hell is that? I'm not gonna buy Bitcoin, shit like this. So, man, this world is fucked up. Also, be careful with scams. There's a lot of crypto scams. So what? Oh! So that was Squid Game crypto. Everybody got wrecked because they ran away with the money. So that's that.
Search on.
So here.
That was really kind of the point in which you want to pick up projects. If you're looking at what we're doing, if you're following kind of our lead, typically we'll have research done maybe a few days in advance of dropping a video.
So this guy is spending about 18 hours a day, Paul Barron, this dude, researching crypto. So we're talking about some crypto where you can take some profits, not get into a scam crypto. So you have a type of crypto which is a scam crypto, some crypto that's never gonna go up. Then you have an opportunities crypto that is actually, it has a value, it's gonna be used like you play World of Warcraft and you trade into Diablo 2, Diablo 5, whatever game it is, and you trade different shit. The games have a market inside of it. So now, if you know how the games are gonna blow up, what the fuck am I talking about here? So those are opportunities that even if you take it, you get it cheap, you go 10x, then you go down maybe 7x, you still have 3x the money that you had. And then you just keep staking and you're gonna be rich and you're gonna live basically off the Bitcoin, that crypto that you have. The more adoption, the more money you're gonna have. So I wish you financial freedom. So let's take a look at his portfolio. So you don't think that I'm just bullshitting you. So let's see what this says. Mogul Productions. He is 1,271% up with this one. Creek versus Creek. Shut the fuck up for a second, Paul. 990% up. 966% up. Maybe you're blind. Maybe you don't see this. Do you understand what 900% means? Right, the guy didn't invest a lot, but he look at the profits: $20,000, $33,000, $14,000, $5,000. So he went 365% up, 127% up, and these are gonna keep pumping for the rest of November and beginning first week of December. If you wanna watch this video, so you don't have to, I don't have to tell you this whole, you can watch with your own eyes. His video is named High Risk Metaverse Gaming Token Portfolio. So check it out. We also have a comment from A Cactus. I think I saw this bozo sleeping in a cardboard box behind the derelict Toys R Us last week. This guy is probably somebody from LA, somebody who knows me, friend of mine. And so this quote's friend is saying that I'm sleeping in a cardboard box. Now, brother, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Your hate and you make bad comments on my channel, you know, you address to me like a piece of shit you are, that shows that you are a scumbag, okay? To put a comment, I sleep in a cardboard box, I just bought, for your information, an apartment with XRP. Well, half of it. Half of the payment was XRP. Do you know what XRP is? You can go suck a dick because you're a jealous motherfucker, and I will never ever sleep in a cardboard box, and I never slept in a cardboard box ever. You stupid motherfucker. All right? So financial freedom to you, stupid idiot, and go ahead and make more comments. I banned you anyway, so go fuck yourself. This guy is now the official news guy. Joe Rogan announced him on a podcast that he is his official news information. He's gonna take news from the actor.
Striking record numbers. We've got to come up with some kind of solution. How about paying people proper money for their work, or alternatively child labour? Which one do you think is emerging as a potential solution?
I think the best is child labor. All right.
4 million of us, we're here together, unified and more beautiful than ever. Now let's have a look at this story that's about people going on strike and there being new support for strikes.
So go ahead and check,
especially if you watch my channel regular.
Russell Brand. We have AMP token right now at 57.06. This is an accumulation zone. We were 5% down this morning. Now we are 2%, 278. Let's see what's gonna happen. Now let me give you some bananas.
Living standards mean consumers expect foods like bananas and avocados to be available all year round, leading to huge supply chains that transport the food right across the globe. Well, researchers in the Netherlands are trying to bring food suppliers closer to their markets to reduce the environmental effects of farming using an old school technology.
How? What's that?
Here in the Netherlands, cucumbers are always in season.
Oh shit.
November rain outside,
That is the future, man, to grow your own veggies. I mean, these flowers, I don't know what this is for, but fuck, I'm not gonna eat flowers.
Life takes place inside, year-round. Engineer Frank Kemkes works on improving greenhouses here and creating a more efficient production environment.
Yeah, this is the future business, greenhouses. So I imagine greenhouses built by 3D robot, like 3D printers, big ones, you know? They just go and just build big greenhouses. And then plant shit, man. The whole year you're gonna have cucumbers. Sorry about that. I went to get a cup of coffee and I fucking ran with the microphone, and then the camera, everything fell to the ground, so shit, the sound didn't work. But yeah, China is not as attractive as it was before. Man, I did gamble in some Chinese stocks and I got out, bro. I got out just before the crash.
Isn't too far behind on your list. Given the changes which you laid out, which have happened over the past year, which have accelerated, is China still an attractive place to be investing?
No.
China is attractive, but it's not as attractive as it once was, I think, in part because the regulatory environment there has got to be much more complicated.
Yeah, they have a lot of, so no more China stocks.
British Blockchain Frontier Tech Association and author. Welcome to the show, King.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me
welcome
on.
to KITCO. You and I had just had a panel, and the theme of our discussion was the transformation to a digital economy from the fiat world. There's a lot of problems with the transformation, but let's talk about what you've observed already.
Will cryptos replace banks? I think they will, bro. Because the DeFi market is just going sky high. So go and watch this video on KITCO News. This woman, she's gonna tell you how it's gonna replace. Let's.
Because they've done a global report on cryptocurrency around the world, and they're reporting on the top 20 countries, what people are using it for, how much it's going through it, and what you're seeing is a very rapid escalation in the adoption in emerging markets, particularly during the pandemic, and people are using it for different reasons. So in some countries, you know, like Venezuela, for example, and now Afghanistan, they're using it as a store of value. In other countries, they're using it for peer-to-peer transactions, maybe Nigeria.
Peer-to-peer transactions.
And that's more common in emerging markets. And in a lot of emerging markets...
We are now with AMP token, which is a peer-to-peer transaction token, collateral. So basically what AMP token does, we are at 57.0. Shit, we are on a downtrend, man. I don't like that. Well, this token is being used to settle transactions. So you go to the store, you buy something with crypto, but the store is not sure it's gonna get the crypto or not. So AMP is guaranteeing the money right there, right at that moment. So boom, the transaction goes in, those people, they got the money, and now AMP is waiting for the settlement, whatever crypto was transacted, to get the money back. So that's what's happening, which chances are 90% that the transaction is gonna go through, almost 100%. So, but the store wants the money now. You know, you buy the movie ticket, the AMP is gonna give you the money. So AMP is gonna take the crypto back from the account with no fees. So then what do you need banks for?
Well, warming countries are pledging to radically reduce the use of fossil fuels by the year 2050, give or take a decade. Now the good news, the supply of renewables is growing. The bad news, it's still not enough to meet...
So that's good for Bitcoin, because then we're not gonna have these problems with energy consumption. So we're gonna go nuclear.
The world. Economists predict that this will only get worse unless traditional energy sources are tapped to meet the demand. For Germany, that could mean even greater reliance on Russian natural gas. Or it could mean reversing...
No more natural gas, bro. That's so old, bro. Keep extracting the fucking dinosaurs and burning them.
The 2011 decision to phase out nuclear energy. With the Greens hoping to be part of the new government, a return to nuclear looks unlikely. Across the border in France, well, the story could not be more different. The French president says that France...
We need nuclear.
At reasonable rates and not depend on foreign countries, we must both continue to save energy and invest in the production of carbon-free energy on our soil. This is why, to guarantee France's Energy
Institute in the UK, and Ian Lowe, environmental scientist and emeritus professor at Australia's Griffith University. Gentlemen, to both of you...
You know what would be a nice invention?
For your reaction to the French president.
To put the nuclear plant in a space, on an orbit. And then it just is in orbit and is sending electricity to Earth. That would be a fucking great invention, man. I think Tesla's gonna do this. SpaceX, take it, put the nuclear in a space, produce energy in a space, and send the energy to Earth. And mine Bitcoin directly. So you're gonna have a mining rig in a fucking space, on an orbit. So it's nuclear, it's producing energy, and it's mining Bitcoin. Boom, 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 boom. So that's that. Free transactions, man. To present you a new token here, KADENA. Okay, KADENA promise no transaction fees. Okay, it's already pumped, so it's a high risk stock. But you're looking for, it went from $2 to $23 in 30 days. 10x. 10x. So if you put $10,000, then you have $100,000. Okay, 10x. So KADENA might go for a pump. Okay, this is the $2 and now it's $22. So here we go. I gave you another one. We have reported a lot of job openings right now, and nobody wants to go to work, man. Why do you think?
That were put in place, the American Rescue Plan and the CARES Act and other programs really were intended to support households and families to get through this so that they didn't take a huge hit to their income. So financially,
They just printed money, bunch of money. So it's a lot of money on the market, and people see shit is getting more expensive, and I'm gonna go to work at McDonald's and flip burgers when I can stay home and trade crypto and make 100x? For what?
financial crisis, unemployment spiked. It took a really long time.
I mean, what do you want to do? Buy Dogecoin or go to work at McDonald's?
So that's the good piece, but spending is strong. And the supply of workers is not back up to normal.
Right.
People haven't, labor force, unemployment is low, and labor force participation is quite depressed relative to pre-pandemic levels. I think part of it reflects concerns about COVID and exposure to COVID, especially in jobs.
It's not really the exposure. The exposure to COVID is used as a relay. So you say, oh, look, man, do you want me to go get COVID? So give me some money to stay home. So people are getting paid to stay home. Okay? So all this money that they're coming in, when you go back to work, you're expecting to make at least double from what you receive. But if you want to go, you go to take a job and you get the same money that they're giving you at home, and you make the same money in there. That's not happening. So people are not gonna get the jobs, and they're gonna demand for higher salaries. And then what's gonna happen? The inflation is gonna keep blowing up, bro. This is not temporary. The inflation is not temporary. Hello, here we have Jen Psaki. He's coming from the press conference.
Items for all of you at the top.
Glad to see you, Jenny.
First, let me say it's great to be back with all of you. Although as a longtime hater of heels, I do miss my slippers, so which I'm sure some.
You
of
know what I
guys
miss,
can-
man? I miss when Trump was coming every day at these press conferences, and he was just pumping the stock market. It was such a beautiful time. That's when I find my financial freedom. With Donald Trump. And I'm not for Donald Trump. I'm not into politics. I don't really give a shit if it's Donald Trump, if it's Joe Biden is done. I mean, he's walking like a fucking undead. He doesn't know where he is. Sometimes he messes up. He thinks he's in a different state or a different city. He has no idea what the fuck is going on. Well, he's 90 years old. That's Alzheimer. So to elect the president with Alzheimer, and now she's the president.
Safe as well. I also noted in my initial statement that I would be abiding by a 10-day quarantine, which for the math, it started
She
on
had
November
COVID.
1st, which
Nothing
was the day after I
happened.
received a positive test.
So
Saving
all this
more
COVID,
lives.
man,
The
was
vaccine requirements
used
we put forward are going
as another stock market scam for people to get rich and some other people to get wrecked. That's what's happening.
Gives them an excuse to say, hey, we've done too much for too many people. They have too much money, so it's time to tighten our belts. And by our belts, they mean your belts. And what they
This is The Hill. You can go and watch the entire video on this channel. I don't know about this, The Hill, but it's okay. You can watch. I cannot watch this guy more than 2 seconds. He's talking about inflation. What is he saying?
Brian, what's on your radar?
Brian.
Numbers came out yesterday.
I mean, if I don't see chicks, before they used to have one guy, one woman. So it's okay to watch.
Excuse to say, hey, we've done too much for too many people. They have
But
too
to
much
watch these
money,
two gay
so it's
guys
time.
together presenting me
Saudi
the
Arabian
news.
Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is enacting revenge on Democrats in general and President Joe Biden specifically for the party's increasingly standoffish attitude towards the kingdom.
Alright, man, so he increased the prices for the energy. I mean, remember when the oil was negative on Trump? Oh man, that was such an opportunity to buy oil. Free oil. All the oil companies, they were wrecked. So you would buy fucking, damn dude, such an opportunity. I want Donald Trump back at the press conferences, pumping the stock market. That was amazing.
Ethereum blockchain hosted Decentraland settled $2.5 trillion worth of transactions in the second quarter of 2021, about the same as Visa. Virtual real estate.
What this guy is talking about here,
frontier.
he's saying, bros, if you guys gonna stay home and not gonna go to work, there are possibilities to make money inside the games. So you buy land inside the game, and kids are coming and saying, mommy, can I please buy that piece of land in Decentraland? So, dude, Decentraland. Let me show you what is Decentraland. Okay, kiddo. Let's buy that. All right, this Decentraland. Oh, it was Mana. Sorry, that's the stock Mana. This is gonna go. This is gonna hit all-time highs, man. Look, it went from 8 cents. It pumped all the way up to $4. So you're looking 5x. So you went 5x and now it's at 4x. So think about it. Mana, Decentraland. It's a risky stock. But dude, Mana.
Or I can use that currency in world to and I can.
Or, yes, Dogecoin.
And so, for instance, with Decentraland, they have their own currency called mana, and I can hold that mana like a stock, and they can appreciate in value significantly. Or I can use that currency in world to purchase unique items.
So
I remember,
you know that. So it's called non-fungible token, meaning
that's the good thing about. I remember the NFTs. I used to play the game, and they had the market, and the currency on Diablo 2 for example, they were a type of rings, very rare rings. You wouldn't get those drops. So you get a ring, it's called Jordan, okay? So one Jordan, then you had, okay, I give you this sword for 2 Jordans. I give you this shield for 5 Jordans. You couldn't buy land. Now you can buy land. So kids can go in a game and say, wow, mommy, this is my house and this is my land here. Of course, it's got nothing, but you still have to get food from the real world. So now, this is more to sell. NFTs, like shit, swords, shirts, all kinds of shit. Dude, this is gonna go berserk.
On your land. I don't have to go through the title office or the normal ways of selling land. I just put it on the marketplace and digitally swap it. It's very simple. You know, today this is blank, and in 1 hour this could be a skyscraper. The person doesn't need to go through all of the city planning, the physical limitations in the real world. Their imagination can control what they can put on here.
On this land, owners can build businesses that offer something to buy or rent, or just store the NFTs they purchased. For example,
So that's a
I
new
buy a
thing,
plot of
man.
land for, say,
You stay home, you get some mana, then you can build shit. Look, people spend mana. So the more they spend the mana in a game, the more it pumps up. If the game gets adopted.
It does feel like a typical virtual role-playing game. You can tell the developers were inspired by games like Second Life and Minecraft. Developers encourage active participation in Decentraland, and that translates directly to higher land value. And it's not just individuals that are investing in the community.
So you waste your time. Do you know how much
That's why
time I wasted playing World of Warcraft? 1 year of my life I wasted it playing World of Warcraft, man. And I got a Paladin level 82. I tried to sell it on PayPal and it didn't fly. PayPal banned my Blizzard banned my account. So I lost my thing. And now it wasn't allowed then to sell objects in a game for real money. But now it is allowed. So imagine how big this industry is, man. Just imagine. This guy, Facebook, he just
into a bunch of other use cases, and we think that this is eventually going to be a big part of the next major computing platform after after phones and after PCs. It's not like computers are going away or phones are going away, but I think that this has the potential to be something at that scale of importance in the world.
Lastra believes each metaverse can coexist as if they were different countries, where users will be able to visit each metaverse to experience their unique benefits.
So yeah, it's pretty good. Same shit. I'm here in the metaverse, broadcasting to you right now. So it is what it is. I see now in the news is about the Trump dossier, that they seem to be having some video with Trump with some prostitutes that were just urinating together in a bedroom.
And smears and attacks,
Hotel
just attempting to report an unbiased opinion. It also points to the fact that Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party seemingly pursue power just for the sake of it, just in order to augment and fortify existing financial...
Hillary Clinton, she had her husband, he was a woman there in the office, she sucked his dick, and then she told everybody, I sucked the president dick, and then Hillary, she was angry. I mean, imagine how angry she went to him and you nasty son of a bitch. You put her to suck your dick in a thing, and he put the cigar in her vagina.
That's because they don't mean to do that, they don't plan to do that, and even in the case of some of the campaign pledges made by Biden, already they're falling apart, proving not to be true. So they have to resort to narrative explosions. And
in modern-day Siberia, a string of volcanic eruptions pierced the Earth's crust with pillars of magma.
Wow.
Greenhouse gases bellowed into the atmosphere.
Wow.
Life was pushed to the brink, and the Earth's ecosystem nearly collapsed.
Global extinction. How long do we have left? Who knows, man? There is a good show that I would like to recommend you, a podcast. It's called The End of the World with Josh Clark. That's something that you cannot miss, okay? This is the one right here, because I don't want to waste your time. The End of the World with Josh Clark, bro. Let me play you the trailer for a little bit. I hope he doesn't mind. Oh, this is not... What is the fucking trailer?
Like a Virgin is a new podcast where we talk about yesterday's pop culture and...
Hold on, this is the trailer.
The more we humans look out into the sky, the more it becomes apparent that there is nothing looking back at us. We seem to be utterly alone. This is, to say the least, very weird. Our universe is big enough and old enough that it should be teeming with life. Lots of people have come up with answers. Perhaps the aliens are hiding from something we don't know about. Or maybe we're being kept in a galactic zoo without our knowledge. But maybe the simplest answer is the right one in this case.
So you have
Perhaps
here multiple episodes. The simulation argument, where it's just considering, man, are we living in a simulation or what the fuck is this? Because it does look like a simulation. I remember the days when I was working so hard for fucking 60 bucks, 100 bucks. And these people don't making a lot of money and they're just giving me shit. Man, I remember those days, bro. And now it's just you get to a point where you forget. I said, what the fuck? Never forget how valuable the dollar is. Nobody's gonna give you $1 man. You know, this is a fucking simulation. It can be. Someone is fucking watching me right now and he's enjoying my avatar. I think that's what's happening. And he said, let me fucking enjoy the fucking shitty life. And he put me through a fucking shitty life. And I just went through and he was enjoying, wow, like I was enjoying the World of Warcraft fucking piece of shit. And then this guy is watching, and then one day I realize, and I say, hold on a second, motherfucker, you're not gonna take control of me anymore. I'm gonna buy crypto. I'm gonna buy stocks. What I got first into stocks. I'm gonna buy stocks. And I'm gonna make money. And you cannot control me anymore, motherfucker. Alright? So, you don't know if we live in a simulation right now or not.
Really are the only intelligent life in the universe. What if the only reason we humans are alive is because of a series of flukes and coincidences so improbable that they will never be repeated again anywhere else? Well, that would make us pretty special. And it would also put the entire future of intelligent life in the universe squarely on our shoulders.
Then you have the end. Josh explains that to survive in the next century or two, to navigate our existential threats, all of us will have to become informed and involved. So all of us, we gotta get involved to help each other, right? It's easy when you are not at the border with Belarus in cold and sitting and not having anything to eat and making a fire like in fucking Naked and Afraid. You know what I mean? You want to go to Western Europe or you want to go to America. This has to disappear. Borders have to disappear. And crypto is what is gonna change that. This show is brought to you by AMP. We are sitting now at 5604. Seems like it's an accumulation zone.
We humans are on the eve of spreading out into the galaxy, of freeing ourselves from the bonds of Earth to settle new planets and secure the future of intelligent life. All we have to do is survive that long.
Yep. So then it goes through existential threats, embracing catastrophe. We humans are our own worst enemies when it comes to what it will take to deal with existential risks. Very nice episode. So you're looking at 1 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7, 8 episodes, 1 hour each. So you have 7 hours. Very nice. Then you have physics experiments, another episode, nice one. Surprisingly, the field to particle physics poses a handful of existential threats. So they make some research in a lab. Biotechnology, here we are with the virus. Natural viruses and bacteria can be deadly enough. The 1918 Spanish flu killed 50 million people in 4 months. So with coronavirus, we have in 1 year and something 5 million. So this one killed 50 million. 50 in 3 months. So risky research. Well, look. Risky new research carried out by unknown number of labs around the world are creating even more dangerous human-made pathogens, I mean viruses. So
Existential risks are a distinctive or maybe unique kind of risk in that we're playing for everything.
If we screw it up, we screw it up for a large chunk of the universe.
One thing is certain is that there's a huge amount of energy in it, and it's expanding at very close to the speed of light, and so you would have no warning of it coming.
And basically Earth will be seared to pieces.
And we just so if we survive, then we're gonna have the metaverse and all that shit. You know, it's okay if we multiply, because we're gonna grow the food in a refrigerator, and you're just gonna need the little room, and then you're gonna need the bed, and you plug yourself into the metaverse on Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg, and then you just go anywhere you want in a metaverse. And you eat a steak from the fridge, you come back to metaverse. So you don't need much space. You know what I mean? We can be on this planet 50 billion, 100 billion, fucking infinite. The universe is infinite. There's so many planets to colonize and do shit. So we need more of us, not less of us. So whoever is telling you conspiracy theories, that this virus was released from the lab intentionally. No, bro. There were 3 Chinese. They worked in a lab. The lab was sponsored by United States by Fauci. The virus escaped. He got like something in the costume. He got in. He got out from the lab. He infected some people, and we started. You know, they didn't do it intentionally. I mean, that's just conspiracy theories bullshit. Then we have more episodes, right? After biotechnology, artificial intelligence, that's another existential risk. If you invent a machine that's gonna make something infinite and it's just gonna fuck you up because it's gonna be more intelligent than you, it's gonna have more power than you, and you lose control over artificial intelligence, that's a problem. It can be possible. Then natural risks, something can come from the sky, like an asteroid or some shit like that. You're gonna be gone. X risks. Humanity could have a future billions of years long, or we might not make it past next century. So in the next 100 years, we might not make it. If we have a trip through the great filter ahead of us, then we appear to be entering it now. So now we are entering the big filter. It looks like existential risk will be our filter. So if we can escape that, you know, great filter, the Fermi paradox, and this is a great show.
Don't know.
The end of the world.
So I just don't think it's worth taking the chance.
Join me, Stuff You Should Know's Josh Clark, for The End of the World, a 10-part podcast series that explores all the ways humanity could come to an abrupt and untimely end. Sure, we're all going to die someday. Let's make sure it's not on the same day.
So, let's stay alive. Another piece is Omuamua. What was this one?
On October 19th, 2017, at the Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii, human beings detected the first ever visitor from interstellar space, an object from outside our own solar system.
Very weird, man. So this object, it came from the outside of the solar system. It comes in, and then it pumps back up. That's a fucking spaceship, bro. Look at this.
After observing the object, most astronomers agree that it's probably a comet, like 2I Borisov, the other interstellar object seen a year later.
I think it was a spaceship. This is bullshit. It wasn't a rock.
Things that come in on these type of very elongated orbits move really.
Do not say that in 2017 we had like a bunch of UFO sightings. Look, 2017.
The great astrophysicist Stephen Hawking believed with more than 100 billion stars in our galaxy, the odds are pretty good that aliens exist. And he's not alone. Every day, people across Canada report.
So 3 UFOs spotted in Canada every day in 2017. Every day.
Most can be identified, as CTV's Janet Dirks reports. Some things just can't be explained.
I got it.
Oh gosh.
Look at that. That's a UFO right there.
Strange light in the sky is one of 1,100 UFO sightings in Canada last year. According to the annual survey released by Ufology Research of Manitoba, there are at least 3 such sightings in the country every day.
The UFOs might be here already, bro. So they came to Omuamua in 2017, deployed the fucking spaceships, and now we keep seeing them. Okay? It's unbelievable.
are on an extraterrestrial highway. It's a matter of population, says the report's author.
If a tree's falling in the forest, you need somebody to hear it. So if there's a UFO in the sky, the more people around to see it, the more reports you get.
None of the sightings match the drama of the X-Files.
The truth is out there.
But something was out there, according to 10 campers in Quebec.
Let me see
According to
that.
10 campers in Quebec. But something was...
Look at that. That's a UFO right there. It looks like a fucking airplane, dude. Look how weird. No, it's got a tail. Look at that. Let's take it in slow motion to analyze it.
Was out there, a quarter, something, but something
Look how it looks.
was out there, according to 10 campers in Quebec who reported a triangular object that hovered and then flew off. One of them drew the scene. In
Triangle.
Ottawa, a wildlife
Look at that.
photographer captured an odd-shaped disc in the sky.
Holy shit, that's how it looks that.
This scientist said an odd-shaped disc.
Holy fucker. Look at this motherfucker. Look how he's got... What is that, man? He's like a flying octopus. Dude, UFOs are here. They came in 2017 with Omuamua. We just discovered it right here on this show. Look at this, man.
Fear that really does get me scratching my head saying, what could it have been?
The survey says of the 1,100 sightings, only 8% are unexplained, and that can be whittled down to 1% of so-called high-quality unknowns.
In fact, none of these cases, shout that aliens are here. But what they do say is that people are reporting things, and maybe science should take a closer look at some of them.
Since the survey began,
I wouldn't be
30 years
surprised
ago, more than 19,000
to come with some kind of news where the aliens came here, they infiltrated, like in X-Files, they got in in a human form, and then now they released this virus and they give us the vaccine. That would be possible, man. I wouldn't be surprised the vaccine to be from them. And those ones that they didn't take the virus or the vaccine, something is going on, So who knows? I can't figure that one out. That's a little bit far-fetched, but it's possible. Anything is possible, dude. This video got annoying already. The Pentagon just declassified 3 UFO videos. Everybody knows about this one. I got annoyed already with the same footage. I need more footage, man. They have radar and they have everything. It was detected by these motherfuckers. By the military, dude. This military is not gonna lie. The classification is meant to clear up any misconceptions by the public. So basically these guys, they said, look bro, we had these objects. They were going from fucking 20 feet to space in just like that in a matter of seconds. And then flying back down, going back up, going on top of the water, doing some shit in the water. The planes, they seen the UFO in the water. Those guys, they're not lying. There were 2 planes with 4 people in it. You had the radar detecting the objects because the boats, they sent the planes to check the fucking objects because they were seeing them for weeks. And that was 2017, man. That was Omuamua. I swear to God, we just discovered here on the show. Omuamua got the... Maybe they're drones. Maybe Omuamua brought some drones, deployed them to see what the fuck is going on with this planet. And they send it from, who knows, maybe they're robots, androids. It says clearly here, the videos were taken during training flights and leaked to the New York Times in 2017. Omuamua came in 2017. This is it. This came with Omuamua. This is the UFO. And now it's being taken seriously. The US Navy formalized a reporting process in 2019 for pilots to report incidents of UFO sightings. Because it's a threat. Imagine someone is coming in your house, okay, during the nighttime. When you go to sleep, then you wake up and you see somebody went into the fridge. Shit, what happened? They didn't take anything, but you can tell they were there. said, forget about it. It's just, you know, I cannot explain it. So I don't know who came into my house last night. We are sitting now with AMP at 56, 59. We are in a downtrend. That sucks. So now another theory is that they come from the future. Okay, they time travel.
And here's what would happen.
But they can come from the past. Traveler. You know?
In 1998, a gentleman by the name of John Titor arrived from the future.
So this guy arrives from the future, okay?
Or so he said. In his timeline, as he claimed, General Electric had managed to invent time travel in the year 2034. He even showed and described his time traveling device in great detail. And then Titor vanished.
You went back to the future, man. I said, hey, how was it? Where did you go? Oh, I went to 2021. They're buying crypto. Shit. Esports is now bigger than movie and music industries. So I'm telling you, man, the future is you stay home, you play games, and you make money inside the game. You generate the money in the game. Listen to this
Europe, called Dota 2, the prize money is $29 million. So I'm a big proponent for esports and gaming. There's an amazing team of esports athletes based out of Los Angeles called FaZe Clan, run by a great guy called Lee Trink, that are now, they've got 50 or so players in the team. They're playing tournaments literally every week.
What if Bitcoin would have the market cap of some big companies, okay? So you're looking at gold, it's $11 trillion market cap. Microsoft, 2 trillion. Apple, 2.5 trillion, same with Microsoft. Saudi Aramco, the oil company, 1.9, so another 2 trillion. Another 2 trillion in Alphabet. Another 1.7 trillion in Amazon. So silver, 1.3 trillion. And then you have Bitcoin at 1.2 trillion. So if you take some value from silver, from Microsoft, from Apple, and it goes into Bitcoin, because these companies, they have to crash, man. They cannot keep up with the technology being open sourced and spread out. Alphabet, Apple, Microsoft, this crypto metaverse, this Web 3.0, because I wanna kind of end the show with Web 3.0. Web 3.0 is the new internet. So it's all in crypto, and now crypto can hold information. These are the NFTs basically, pictures, videos. You can have Netflix on the Bitcoin network, okay, on a crypto network. So this is gonna be decentralized internet. Is the next internet, you know. And now the government, of course, is trying to take over the Bitcoin so they can take over the internet, so they can keep controlling you, and the rich can make money. You just go to some fucking stupid office, and you go to McDonald's and flip burgers. So the market cap of Bitcoin is still small. Facebook, 1 trillion. So Facebook is the same value with Bitcoin? Nah, it's not. Bitcoin has to be more expensive. AMP is now 0.568 with a market cap of $2.3 billion. Just in case you missed it, we have Snoop Doggy Dog. He came on a Joe Rogan show. It was a pleasure to see that actually. I was actually the first who let Snoop know about Dogecoin. When Dogecoin was like 0.06 or something like that, I emailed the guy and I told him he went at least 500x since I told him. And I said, dog, if you can put this Dogecoin, because Doge is like a dog. You are Snoop Doggy Dog, you are a dog, and then Snoop Doggy Dog bought Dogecoin. I'm not saying I was the catalyst, but I really believe that I was the catalyst. I told him how much I respect him. Snoop, I respect you, dog. Buy some Doge, which is a dog coin. And the guy just got into it right away, man. That was a pleasure to see Snoop Doggy Dog.
Joe, look at me and you. Look at how we doing it. You this, you that.
He's rolling a blunt on a Joe Rogan show. Weed is still illegal in Texas. I don't know how these guys they smoke weed on a show, bro.
Yeah, weed just gets a
in Texas. I guess it's private property. You gotta go into Joe Rogan's house and say, hey, what is that? What do you have in that cigarette? Do you have marijuana?
Movies about it fucking you up as opposed to the Cheech and Chong movie showing you how much fun you can have off of that shit.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, it has such a long history of propaganda against it.
And they're open, you know, they just, look, he's smoking a blunt.
All of that person that God made you. James seen this version of Snoop Dogg like 20 years ago. And he was telling me how this is what you need to be doing, this is what you're going to be doing.
It's rabbit season! Do you know that that's what the gun community calls people that only buy guns for hunting? They call them FUDs.
For real?
Yeah. Because the gun
But that's normal, bro. You have to buy just for the hunting. Why would you need different type of gun? I mean, I see guns. If you are into guns, you just buy for hunting. You go hunt a deer, meat deer, man. You eat a deer cadaver. That's beautiful. You make a beautiful steak from a cadaver of a deer and eat it. I love meat, man.
When people are only into guns for hunting and they're not into like all the specifics. I can multitask, always on the ground. I can walk and shoot gun at the same time.
Wow, he's got a premiere. I never seen on Joe Rogan premiere, dude.
We would
joke music around. Video and shit. I can't play it because it's obviously original content. So just go and watch it.
Wow.
He goes with Snoop Doggy Dog through the memories. Look, hey Snoop, what's up? Look, you remember when I was with Biggie Smalls before he got killed?
You gotta embrace struggle.
And
not struggle like unnecessary struggle or horrible struggle or you
gotta flip some burgers
or your family's poor. That's not what I mean. I mean embrace difficult tasks.
Like this show. Like I wanted to make this show. It's a fucking difficult task to sit here and do the show.
One of the things that I admire about you is you're so active. You do so many different things. You're always moving.
So yeah, this is an inspiration. Go and watch Snoop Doggy Dog, the latest episode with Joe Rogan, who became the biggest podcast. I'm listening to Joe Rogan for like from 2016, 14. When I seen him first time in like 2009-10 doing the podcast, I said, what the fuck are you doing, man? I was listening to Howard Stern. He moved from regular radio to satellite radio. But then I'm watching Joe Rogan and then I watch him again in 2011, 12. I said, what the fuck's going on with this shitty show? Then look, it's the biggest show on earth. The biggest show is, this is the biggest show on earth
like,
right now.
People forget talking shit is fun.
It is.
Like when you're talking shit, about Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson.
Good
and
show.
they both my
Salud.
This is the group with me, Ice Cube, Too Short, and E40.
I just wanted to mention that in the video that Snoop Doggy Dog is presenting on the show here,
Blair wanted to meet
he's showing the dog. Look, he's showing the dogecoin. I swear, man, I'm not lying to you. I let Snoop Doggy Dog know about Doge when he was nothing. Did you see that? You saw the dog. Now this fucking thing is getting stuck.
Never hustle backwards, always forward.
Oh, look, with aliens and shit. So go and watch, because I don't want to play, because I don't have rights for this material. But go and watch Snoop Doggy Dog, man. This is an amazing. Look, these guys are laughing, smoking weed. Fucking blast, man.
In two different planes, one a Learjet, the other an American Airlines jet, reported seeing a mysterious object over Arizona last month, we have learned. The exchange with air traffic control sounded like something out of the Twilight Zone.
There was someone Papa Golf connected. And it was actually I must have passed it like 30 seconds ago. There's someone Papa Golf figure? The UFO. Yeah. It's very 1099. Yeah, something just passed over. Like a, I don't know what it was, but it's at least 3,000 feet above us. They got passed over top of us.
No one has figured out what it was.
So here you go. Let's go again.
Mysterious object over Arizona last month, we have learned. The exchange with air traffic control.
This actually was not last month. It was March 2018. So that was after Omuamua. Was there anybody above us that passed like 30 seconds ago? Negative, pop off. Look like a UFO. American 1095. Yeah, something just passed over us. Like I don't know what it was, man. but it was at least 2,000 or 3,000 feet above us, passed right over the top of us.
No one's figured out what it was. Other pilots did say they saw nothing.
So yeah. Omuamua.
To know, but how you use your imagination. So today, I'm going to talk about a platform that's going to change the face of entertainment. It's called the Metaverse. But before I do that,
I want to note to you that this video is called Virtual Reality, How the Metaverse Will Change Filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker, so that's what I'm coming from. So that's why I'm showing you the Metaverse that is pumping right now, 2021. It was announced in 2014 that is coming. But now, with the crypto and how they figured it out to just place game assets into crypto, Facebook assets, social media assets, all this shit is gonna go into the Metaverse Web 3.0, man. And this guy was telling you in 2014.
a narrative we're all very familiar with, and that's the process of making movies. That's King Vidor directing Ronald Colman in 1932. And if we break this down into 4 simple categories, we have great stories, great actors, sets and locations, and big crew. And if we look at Wolf of Wall Street, we have great actors, great story, sets and locations, and a big crew. So let's talk about story structure. As someone who's written some screenplays,
so you can hang with the people in the Metaverse, write the screenplays, make the movies in the Metaverse, publish the movies. So I have a great future against me, man. If I survive more from this crypto, then I'm gonna be a film director in a Metaverse.
The Pacific Rim. The meeting is being hosted by New Zealand. It's held entirely as a virtual event. APEC members focused
So
this
how
week.
can you have a world where you have a guy, Xi Jinping, running? We all have to run this shit.
Cold War era. The comment was seen as a reference to efforts by the United States to blunt what they see as
That's
China's
why China banned Bitcoin when we had the crash to 30,000. So now it's 60,000. Because the Chinese, they don't want, the Chinese would take control of the government and everything with the crypto. If the Chinese would get into crypto full-blown motherfuckers, this would be, that's it. China takes over Bitcoin, man. There's no way, no other way. So it's an agreement between Xi Jinping and Joe Biden and these people. No, let us first get the crypto and the Chinese later, because we depend on the Chinese economy. They have to keep going to work and do shitty jobs and make products for us. So
about the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world for years, they were even more skeptical about Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss.
We were not financial experts when we came to Bitcoin early on. We bought a lot of crypto on Mt. Gox, which famously imploded, and very few people were believers who actually imagined where this could go. So we thought for this to go mainstream, for this technology revolution to really happen,
these guys are billionaires from crypto.
Safe,
The guys who invented.
In 2014, they founded the Gemini cryptocurrency exchange.
They invented Bitcoin, and then they made Gemini, which you can install Gemini app and trade crypto immediately. But these guys, man, they are billionaires now. And they're discussing in this video right here, billionaire Winklevoss twins talk the end of Facebook, Bitcoin and NFT. So
of the digital scarcity problem, and they even have held concerts.
Again, the metaverse,
totally
concerts in a game.
People were actually going to move on to this platform, and we saw that with social networking. There was so much skepticism around. Will people actually share their stuff online and do this? And of course, we know how that's gone. Today, data of a social network is owned by that company, and in the future, we believe it will be owned by the individual who provides that data, whether it's photo.
That is normal. So you own your own data, and then all these companies, Google, Facebook, they're gonna go down, and all the market cap are gonna go into the Bitcoin. That's the reality, man. And you're gonna store the data into the cryptoverse.